Hi and welcome to another Tabitha's Glass Emporium YouTube video. In July it's water lily flower birth month and I was inspired to make this amazing piece, which is a kind of water lily rowboat, gorgeous piece that I so love. We put it in a frame like this, but I also quite like it flat down here like this. How great is that? Love this little hat we've made. And today I'm going to show you how we made this. So we cut a piece of glass here and I've just drawn a kind of sort of outline of what I want to do. Now for the first moment I'm just going to lay down various different coloured powder. I'm using the most amount I'm going to use is emerald because I love this colour. It's like one of my favourite colours and I think it will work really well on this. I'm going to probably lose sight of the patterns I've made underneath, but I'm hoping I can remember what I did and where. That was a bit of jade green, got some teal, which is a bit bluer. I'm going to add a bit of turquoise blue as well. So now I've got that there, I'm just sort of got to think about, where my boat's going. I'm just going to use this pointy tip thing, which is actually from Paula at Colours for Earth. And I'm just going to kind of think about this here. Now I need to take off some powder. I'm having to move quite a lot of the powder off and down totally off the glass to kind of create the effect I want. At the same time, the kind of the powder in between is really piling up, and I'm not sure I want that effect. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to put it in the kiln on a tack fuse and we can see how it looks when it comes out. So I've glued two pieces of 6mm fibre paper together, and on here I've got a just a template of a boat that I'm going to draw around. I then need to cut this out with a knife. Now I want to be careful that I don't damage the boat or the mould around it. I need both. I need the positive and the negative for this process. Okay, there is this kind of inside. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim round about, I'm trying to get about 3mm off. I want 3mm glass to be able to go in, so I'm going to trim around. So you can see I've got the boat and I've trimmed off all this excess, and so I've got a little space around the whole boat. Now I've got to have kind of as much as possible the same space all around. I'm looking a bit tight here, and I think I'm looking a bit tight at the top, so I'm just going to trim a little bit more off there. So here we've got the mould, and I'm just going to use the paintbrush, if I get the right end of the paintbrush that is, to glue the mould down onto a piece of paper. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the same. So that's in. Now I'm going to use some of our brown landscape lines to go in the gaps like so. Now I'm just probably going to use one long piece, but I want to try and find one about the same thickness for the back side. And then I'm going to use smaller pieces which will just go along like so. So I'm going to cut these and fill them all in around the sides. So I've added landscape lines, cut up landscape lines in all the space around, and now I just want to put some glue on top, and I'm going to add some more landscape lines on top like so, just cut to the right size. So here this is all filled up, and I've also cut a piece of brown, just cinnabar glass to go on top. Now this is going to go in a full fuse, so the idea is that the glass will flow down into the lines below, but you'll end up with the top, and then we flip it over, we have a boat. So we can see how it looks when it comes out. So this is our boat full fused. I've taken the fibre paper around the edge already off. I just got to take the fibre paper in the middle. Guys, you need to be wearing a mask if you're doing this. Don't be breathing in fibre paper when you're unmasking. So I'm going to pull all this fibre paper out with a vacuum cleaner, and then we can have a look at it. The oars of our boat, they're tree branches from our tree branch collection, and I've just cut, used the end that's at the end is always a bit thicker, and I'm adding 2 pieces of this on top. Now this is going on a contour fuse, so it's not going to be a full fuse. That should settle down a bit, and this will get bigger, and these will get a little bit thinner. So I'm hoping they'll look like oars. So to make our hat, I've tack fused together a piece of dense white and French vanilla. 2 mil in a kind of, they were quite rough circles. I just sort of cut them out. I didn't use a circle cutter, I just cut them out roughly. And then I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of French vanilla and dense white 2 mil in a smaller one. Now we're going to grind them to kind of take the edge off here to turn this into a hat. So that's for our hat. Now our boat, we've sandblasted it. Now it's out of the kiln. We're going to, I've cut some more pieces of landscape lines brown. We need to just grind the edges of these off so they fit really well. And then these could, once this is all, we're going to sandblast this as well so it all feels matte. And we've got the oars here, they came out really well. And we're going to sandblast those as well, so that so that we can, all the boat has the same kind of textural sandblast. And then I'm going to use something called clean shield on it to bring up the shine. So we're going to get those done, and then we can see how it all looks. So here we've got this. Now I've made my boat. I'm so pleased with my boat. And we've made our oars that are going to go on the boat like this. We've also got some other pieces of brown landscape lines that we're going to glue onto this afterwards. Now, to make sure everything has the same finish, because we sandblasted, we ground the sandblasted boat, we sandblasted everything else, and we're going to put this in the kiln. It won't go shiny, but it will cure it to make it kind of nice. And we've also got a cool hat that we're going to put in, and we've got this bit that can go on and be tack fused, a little bow, or we might glue that on afterwards. because this is going to go on a very low temperature. It's going to kind of go on a slumping temperature just to cure the glass. I'm putting it in place now so I can do my water lilies. Now, these are the new wafers we've got available. They are water lily wafers. I've then cut into them to make this the notch. I've cut that in. So when you get them, you'll get them without the notch. You could do this on a Taurus saw, or you don't have to do it at all. It's up to you. So now I'm just going to put these down. Again, the frame is going to go around the edge, so I've got to make sure I'm not too close to the edge. I've also got some water lily flowers. Now guys, I know I'm using a lot of MURRINE on this because I make them, I can afford to. You could always downscale size and make this piece smaller. It doesn't have to be quite so big. And I've also got some of our CARP fish. Not going to put so many of those on, just one or two here and there. So there we go. This, we'll take the boat off, obviously. So I'm going to take this off. This will go in the kiln and we can fire this, and then we'll take the boat separately and we'll glue the boat on at the end. So I decided not to put these into fire because I just was worried about it losing its shape. So when you've sandblasted something, there are products you can use to bring back up the colour and seal the glass. And one of those products I've got is called Clean Shield. I'm pretty sure I got this from Bullseye. And if you rub it onto the product, you can see it goes from kind of matte to at least the colour. It's like the glass is almost wet. You know, when you wet sandblasted glass, you then can kind of see the colours. So I'm just going to go over every single one with the kind of cloth area where I've had the Clean Shield on. So I'm going to take the first one again and just really, because I had quite a lot of Clean Shield on the cloth at that point, and really kind of polish it off. You're sort of really polishing the clean, you know, and making sure there's no kind of residue left. Now, this doesn't deteriorate over time too much, but this definitely isn't food safe, guys. You can't put this and then eat off it. But it is a good way of bringing kind of shine back to sort of sandblasted glass, or you know, that kind of finish, and it gives a really nice satin finish. So after I've done this, I now need to glue these parts onto the boat and the oars in place as well. I'm going to glue them in place like so. So I'm going to glue that. I'm going to let this actually sit for a little bit just to let the Clean Shield soak into the glass. I'm, you know, gluing where you've got two lots of Clean Shield may not be the best idea. So, and I think we'll do the oars after we glue the boat to the glass. We'll then glue the oars to the boat and the glass underneath. So we'll do it that way. So here it is, all glued together, kind of in love with this piece. You know, it's kind of cool to have it up like this and just sort of enjoying it. I also might, you know, display it down and have it on a table like so. I just think it works really, really well. Love our new water lily pad wafers. Our carp and our water lilies are just, it's brilliant. You know, when you think of a project and you think, I want to try that, and it comes out even better than you imagined. And this is one of those. Just absolutely love it. Remember, you can get all of our products at tabithasglassemporium.com. There you can sign up to our newsletter. We have our Facebook group, which is a fantastic place to share your things you're making with our products and also get inspired by others. There you can also sign up. We have our page that you can follow and see a lot of new products that come out, and we share our links to these videos. So go like that and follow us there. Follow us on YouTube as well. And until next time, happy fusing.